Why did God? Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. Today is a regular day in the life of a pregnant mom of two. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lynelle. It's a pleasure to have you along for the journey. I am 22 weeks pregnant, mom of two, and today is a regular day, except that I have a midwife appointment today, so we are getting ready for that. It's at 10, so by the time we're back, I think it'll be around lunchtime. So I tried to have lunch prepared, so I got that done. I also did my workout and read my Bible first thing in the morning, so that is out of the way. I also did homeschool, so that is out of the way. That is so good. The reason why I'm doing all of that is because I really want to take the girls to the indoor playground today, because I made a commitment to myself and by extension my family to not let winter keep me down. Like, yes, it's cold, but we are gonna dress for the weather and we are gonna enjoy ourselves. So for the week, I've committed to going to the library once a week, taking the girls to the indoor playground once a week, and then we have swimming lessons once a week. So we have 3 activities during the week to get us out of the house and just keep it fun for the girls, mainly for the girls. We are homeschooled and I don't want them in the house every single day. We have a very small space. They can't run around and expend that energy. So I really want to do that for them. So even if it's cold, I've made that commitment to myself. So the fact that we got all of that done so early, it means that our afternoon is free, so that when we're back from the midwife appointment, we can have a little quiet time and I can do some editing, and then afterwards we can go to the indoor playground. I'm also hoping I can do childcare today, and while they're in childcare, or they call it child mining, while they're in child mining, I can go and upstairs and use the treadmill and get a couple thousand steps in. That is my hope. We'll see how it goes. But the only other thing on the agenda for today is to visit a thrift store. I actually went yesterday. I'll show you some of the things that I got. I feel like every time I do a video, I'm at the thrift store. I have limited the times that I go. I probably go like twice a month now, which is not a lot. But I did go yesterday. It was not scheduled. I just felt like going, just so. And I went and I saw a basket that I wanted, but I didn't take it. And then I came home, spoke to my husband. I felt like I should have. So I think I'm going to go back and look for it today. Hopefully it's still there. So yeah, come along for the ride. I'm going to get ready. I wanted to remove these twists, but I don't think I'll have time. I don't want to be late. I was late the first time. So trying not to disrespect the woman's time and be early this time. So let's go along for the ride. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. I hope you stick around. If you like this video, subscribe so that you can see the rest of our journey. So this is the babe we're going to check on. Growing nicely. I can feel movements and everything, but I'll probably do like a second trimester update in a separate video. We're going to the midwife. It's going to be an office, and we have to be quiet there. Is that understood?
But we can play.
You guys can play quietly, and when mommy's talking to the midwife, you cannot interrupt. If you want to say something, what do we do? You put your hand on my lap and you wait until I tell you that you can speak. So we're back home. I will tell you about the appointment shortly, and I'll show you what I got at the thrift store shortly. But I just wanted to show you our entryway because I feel like it's a good hack for a mom with little kids. So I'm definitely the type of mom that believes that everything has a place and everything in its place. And since we're new here, I'm just trying to curate our home so that everything has a place. And I find that helps tremendously with little kids. Like when you want them to put away things, it's very easy for them to do if they know where everything needs to go. So this is the state of my entryway, and I just arrived with both of the girls. And when I say the state, I mean a good state. I like how it is. So we have 4 baskets on here. This is for the girls, this is for Ibrahim and myself, and then we have 2 smaller ones. The smaller ones have gloves because they kind of get hard to find when they're in the big tub. Same for ours here. And this one has like scarves and earmuffs and that kind of thing. We have the coats here. we have a shoe rack here with all of our shoes. The kids know that when they take off their shoes, they need to put them back on the shoe rack. They don't always do it perfectly, but they know it goes on the shoe rack. They've gotten into the habit of that. And they also know I put a hanger and 2 little hooks here at their height. And they know that when they come home, they take off their jacket and they hang it up. And so when we come home, it's a routine, it's normal, it's something that they're so used to that it very rarely causes any trouble anymore. So if you have young kids, I would highly recommend habit training and just having a place for everything and training them to know, okay, when you come home, you put your jacket this place, you put your shoes this place. It's very, very helpful and prevents chaos. Anyways, I'm hungry, the kids are hungry, so I'm gonna go prepare lunch. There's not much to do because I did it before I left. And then afterwards, I will show you guys some of my thrift finds. Alrighty guys, I'm ready to give you guys my thrift haul. Well, I can't think straight. I just had a very difficult time with the kids. It's been a doozy the last couple of days. I was talking to my husband yesterday and I was telling him that it's been wild the last couple of days. My youngest is going through a phase, and it's been hard. It's hard. It's hard. I don't even have words to explain, but it's hard. The good thing is though, and I would totally offer this encouragement if you're a first-time mom. I'm not speaking as if I have all the experience in the world, but I have one that is older than she is. And I remember going through this. I remember they go through phases where you've taught them something, you've established certain boundaries, and then they just go through a phase where they're testing it again and they're doing things that you've taught them previously that they're not supposed to do and that kind of thing. And that's exactly what's happening. But thankfully, with our oldest, we experienced that, and we still experience that sometimes, where you teach them something, but then after a couple of months or maybe a year later, they're testing you again and just being wild. But like I was saying, the encouragement is knowing that you just have to be consistent. You establish boundaries, you set rules, and you're consistent, and eventually they go back to regular programming. But the actual time frame, and sometimes it varies, sometimes it's just a couple of days, sometimes it's weeks, and sometimes it's months, and it feels like it's never ending. But I have learned in the past that consistency is really what works with young kids. But regardless, the time in which that you're having a difficult time parenting is still challenging. So if you're a first-time mom going through a difficult time with your toddler or your preschooler, know that stick to what you're doing, be consistent, pray about it, talk to older moms, but most of the time it passes. So yeah, I was dealing with that. But the midwife appointment went well. I think I will have sit down and do a proper second trimester update a little later on. But I did my anatomy scan. I think I vlogged that. Everything went well. Baby's fine. So the heartbeat was about 148, and according to midwife tales, it's a girl, because I think if it's more than 140, you're having a girl, and if it's less than 140, you're having a boy. I don't know, I don't believe in those things, but I think it's funny. So yeah, according to the midwife tale, going by the heartbeat, I'm having a girl. Anyways, so baby looks fine. My fundal height is measuring well. I got some lab work that I need to do in the next couple of weeks, but we are progressing. I am currently 22 weeks, inching closer and closer to the due date, which is very exciting. Baby's moving, so I can feel all the movement and the kicks, which is lovely. My anxiety right now is almost pretty much at level 0. I do have an occasional bad thought, but I try to bring it to the Lord in prayer and forget about it and just trust in the Lord. But doing much better where that is concerned. But yeah, anyways, let me show you some thrift finds. I have not shown you guys my thrift finds in a while, so the things that I'm showing you is an accumulation of things that I have gotten over the last couple of weeks. I've shown them on Instagram, but not so much in the vlog. So if you like to see more real-time updates, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram handle in the description box below. But let me show you some of the things. I think I am in nesting mode, which I think it's pretty early to be nesting, but in my mind, we're having a baby's coming, an extra person. We don't plan on moving apartments. Our rent is too sweet. So we don't plan on moving apartments. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, which I think is fine. The kids are young, so, and baby usually stays with the parents for a couple of months before moving across. So I just feel like I need to get the place like ready for like another person to come live there. So I've been like trying to get a lot of organizational things to store the baby stuff when we finally get there, and then some little home decor here and there that I usually get. So let me show you. I'm excited. The first things first, this is my gallery wall that I did. I think I showed it in a house to home video, but I never like completed it, if I remember correctly. It's still not completed because I need to put a picture here and here. But then if you guys remember correctly, you probably don't, this image of Cuba was at the top here, and then I had this picture and this picture at the bottom here. But then I found this pretty little quote that says, "This is us, our life, our story, our home." And I feel like it's the perfect like title for the gallery wall. And so I did a couple of moving around, which is perfect because they're on command hooks. You can tell from the size, but they're on command hooks, so it's easy to move around. And this is the sign, and I really like it. So that was one of my favorite thrift finds here. So this basket is actually what I went back for today. I saw it yesterday when I went to the thrift store. I really liked it, but I convinced myself not to get it. Then I went home and I figured, you know what, this might probably be a good addition. I think it's a perfect like blanket basket. So I'm gonna clean it. And this blanket here, it's so thick. I usually have it on the couch, but I think like it's a good place to like store, you know, like blankets during winter time. And then when summer come, we can probably store like all the family games in here. But my plan is to move this and then have it right here next to the couch. I really like the size. Of course, I like the price. It was only $7, which is a steal. I need to clean it. All right, so we're in the bathroom trying to catch my breath. But this is my other thrift find, this board here. This was like in style like a long time ago, and I always wanted one but never got one. And then I saw this at the thrift store. It was probably like $1 or $2, and I picked it up. I like the black and I like the light wood. I figured it's a nice little piece that I can have like little reminders every week, like a scripture verse or like an attribute of God or something. So I propped it next to this plant, which I think I showed you in the last vlog. And this is like a little corner of our bathroom. All right, so this is my other thrift find. I love fake plants. Real plants are really hard to keep alive, but I like having greenery in my house. And I've always had this image of having like a mirror and a plant. So I've been on the lookout for one. This one is so realistic. It has like this brown thing, you know, like how the plants die and they have thought it was very fun. So my plan for this is to put it in a bigger pot, a blue one of course, and then get like a small stool and put it up a little bit. So that's that. I really like this. So then this is my other thrift find. Like I said, I am in like a very nesting mood, so I'm just looking for things with extra storage. So I bought this. It's like a corner stand, and I'm gonna put a basket here, I'm gonna put a basket here, and I'm thinking maybe I might have like Pampers and wipes in here. I might take out the decor pieces in here and put, I don't know, maybe baby things. That's the vision I had when I got it. But I like it. I think it's nice. And then I got this really interesting oh my gosh, I always have trouble saying this. It's a tea candle. I can't remember how you call it, but those tiny little candles, and the silver thing that you put here. So it's a candle holder essentially, but it has a scripture verse on here. This one says, trust in the Lord, from Proverbs 3:5. I have two of them, this one and this one. This one says, love is blind, love is kind, believes all things, hopes all things, etc., etc. And then you put the candle in here. I really like them. I think they're so unique, they're so pretty. I can use it on its own, and then I can also use it as the candle holder it was designed to be. So next, I've been collecting toys. I am a big Montessori fan, especially for the young years. I'm not a big fan of plastic toys. I really do not like them very much. I try to stick with wooden toys and things that will last. So I started picking up toys that are a bit advanced. Obviously, they're not for babies, but they are for like 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. I've started collecting them because they're not very easy to find. You can find the plastic toys, no problem, but the wooden toys a little harder to find. So I do try to collect them if I see them at a reasonable price. So this, and most of them are Melissa and Doug, and I like their quality and their style of toys. So this one comes with a set of keys that you can unlock the door, and I think inside it came with like little dolls that they took off, like, you know, like pretend people in the house. And it has like a doorbell as well. So this is for an older toddler, but it's wooden, so I think it will last. I can always have it in storage. The girls have enjoyed playing with this, so it's out for now, but then when they outgrow it, I'll have it in storage for the younger one coming up. I must confess, I secretly have this thing that maybe we're having a boy. And so every time I see a little truck, especially the wooden ones, again, I don't like the plastic ones, I pick it up because I'm like, just in case it's a boy, I can have it. And then even if it's not a boy, my kids still play with like those kinds of toys, the cars, because this is like a fire engine, this is like a police car. So there's lots of imaginative play that they can do with that, even if it's not a boy and it's girls, you know. So I got this one here, this one, and then this one is a garbage truck. This one needs to clean still, so it's off on the side. And then some more Melissa and Doug stuff. This is a sound puzzle. We had it at home, and I remember, I think Bella got it for her first birthday from a dear friend of ours. It wasn't the same kind of animals, but it was very similar, and she really liked it as a younger one. So I saw this and I was like, oh, perfect. I can get this for the little one. So basically it operates with light, and then whenever you occlude the light with the puzzle piece, it makes the sound of the animal. So it's good for teaching them like their first words, to identify animals and the sounds that they make. So this is lovely. This will go into storage. And then I also found this. This is also Melissa and Doug. It's wooden. Like I said, I don't like the plastic ones. It's like a little tambourine. I think it will be very nice for like a 6-month-old. So I got this, and then I just have everything stored away. This is like a little barn. It's also Melissa and Doug. I love Melissa and Doug stuff. This one I feel like is a 6-month, maybe not 6, maybe 9 months thereabout, where they just open it and they find like a little surprise. And so you can show them the animal, teach them like their first little words that are animal based. Each of them have like a little animal, and so they can just practice like opening up the barn doors. The last thing I wanted to show you guys were my candlestick holders. So if you remember, I have these exact ones downstairs in the living room, the exact frame, but I painted the frame black downstairs, but I found the exact same candle holder and I just had to get it because I wanted to do the same thing in the bedroom too, and I found it. So I feel like our room is coming along nicely together. I really like it, and when we put the candles on, just really adds a nice relaxing atmosphere to our bedroom. Yeah, so those are all of my thrift finds. Let me know what you think. I really enjoy thrifting. I just feel like you get like really good. I like that they're unique, that some of them you cannot find them everywhere, and I also like that a lot of the things are in such good condition but you're not paying full price for it. I like the hunt. I think like I like just going and looking around and finding nice things. But yeah, anyways, for the rest of the day, the plan is the kids are in quiet time. They are in their rooms for about an hour. They're not allowed to come outside. I give them some special toys that they can play with. During this time, I'm just gonna lay on. Normally they're both in their room, but I told you I was having a very difficult time, so I decided to separate them, and one is in my bedroom, the other one is in their bedroom. So I am taking the couch today. I'm gonna edit a video. It's gonna be a homeschool day in the life, so if you are interested in that and you have not seen it yet, I'll have it linked in the description box below. Good night, you guys. We are back from the indoor playground. We had dinner. I just did my skincare. Currently, Ibrahim is putting the girls to bed, so he does a bedtime story with them. If I complained about some of their attitudes or behaviors, he would give them a talking to. But it's like their special little time, bedtime together, because he works during the day and it's mostly me during the day, and so nighttime he likes to take the opportunity to spend with the girls, and they love it. They love bedtime with daddy, and I love it too because I get a little bit of time to myself. So I closed the kitchen, so everything is ready for tomorrow, and I'm very tired tonight. I'm very tired. Usually I would spend this time doing some questions for an exam I'm going to do later this year, or reading, but honestly I feel like just vegging out. So I'm gonna scroll Instagram until hubby's done with the kids, and then I'm gonna ask him to watch a movie with me, maybe eat some ice cream, or just just veg out, relax, and then start again tomorrow. So thank you for spending the day with me. It was a pleasure taking you guys along. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.